I received an email from a member of my VIP Mastermind group the other day, and I want to read it to you because it points out a really important point that a lot of people get discouraged by or frustrated by. And we have a meeting once a week in that VIP Mastermind. Last week's meeting, he was less enthusiastic than normal, and as he described it, a little gloomy. So we wanted to figure out why that was. And I want to start by saying that almost always mindset, self-esteem, self-image is what is the barometer of how successful you will be. He's got self-esteem and self-image pretty well done, but he had to work on his mindset a little bit. And it's a powerful lesson here. Usually when people get into what I will refer to as a sales roller coaster ride, which is things go great, then they don't go great. And that emotional shifting for a lot of people that have been through it is something new and something that they have to eventually challenge and conquer. He's got a good sales background, so he's been through that, but still, he wasn't immune to some of the frustrations of things not going as quickly as he wanted to. And usually when that happens, I'll go back and I'll say, are you doing your affirmations? Are you using the Ivy Lee method to the night before plan what you want to work on in priority and what you're doing? And so he sent me an email that I want to read. Again, I'm going to drop out his name, his industry, his location. I signed up to have you contact me. He did not sign up for that. So hence the reason I'm going to keep his anonymity here. So here's the email that he sent me. And what he basically said was that he wanted to go back. He did go back, read Think and Grow Rich, worked on affirmations again. And his affirmation is as follows. Today is the 31st of December, 2022, and I have achieved my burning desire to attain a net worth of $50 million. In return for achieving this goal, I have provided gainful employment for others, improved the lives of many, and I've brought a bounty of opportunities and riches to all those who were involved in building my dream. Notice that he's not only focused on him, he's focused on those around him and giving value. To continue, the plan I followed to acquire the $50 million net worth consisted of acquiring a controlling ownership stake in, leave the industry out, through vigilant application of the acquisition methodology. I utilize the support, experience, and wisdom of my team, my heroes, and myself. As part of my plan, I read Think and Grow Rich at least twice every month, and I fueled my burning desires, strengthened my determination, I was persistent, and I developed unyielding faith in myself and my definite major purpose. I read this statement to myself every day, then I woke up and just before I went to sleep. When I read it, I can see and feel myself already in possession of the $50 million network, which I thought seeing where you want to get to and imagining that, really important. Today, I am on the cover of blank, blank, blank Financial Review in a charcoal three-piece suit with stripes, wearing a bright red tie and pocket square combination. There is fire in my eyes and a confident smirk on my face. I have just been added to the blah, 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 young rich list for leading the fastest growing, he talks about his industry, he talks about his geographical area. I am the founder and CEO of, and my dream is a reality. It's a really good affirmation. It hits on all the points that you want in an affirmation. And so when you think about the times that things aren't going as well as they could, think about what you're doing, what you need to change. One of the things he pointed out in his email to me was that I had many, many times talked about you don't have to buy 100%, the 60-40% model where you buy 60% and leave 40% with the owner, either through equity, which is the preferred method, or a loan. Basically is a recapitalization of the business in many ways and makes it easier. But it also does something that he came to understand and has put into practice. And that is, if you're buying a business and you're trying to buy 100% and you want the owner to stay on, essentially what you're doing is turning that owner into an employee. If you use a 60-40 model, where they have a 40%, and there's nothing magical about 60-40, although the banks seem to like that structure. It can be 51-49, et cetera, et cetera. But you leave that owner with ownership. They don't feel like they've gone from an owner to an employee, which is a big step in their mindset. So if you can do that, that is a pretty effective way to sell to someone who has not thought about selling the business, but you're contacting about selling their business, that they could sell part of their business. Now, he has heard that before, but as he said to me, sometimes you can hear it, but the right circumstances and the right mindset and the right point in time have to occur so that it clicks, and it clicked with him. So he's made, as he said, he's full of enthusiasm again. He's charging forward. That gloomy period is behind him. But just understand that you'll go through these periods of time. You'll go through where things work out. You'll go through where things are frustrating and not working out. That's the time, as he did, to examine what's working, examine what needs to be changed, go back and think about the reason you're doing this, and put all those things into action. And I was really pleased to see this email. I have no doubt that he's going to attain the goals that he set for himself here. He went into some more detail, which I'm not going to read, but they're doable goals. So I hope that helps. If you are interested in learning more about what I do, go over to brucewhipple.com. There's a free class there that I'd encourage you to get. That'll put you on the mailing list, and then you'll get 3 emails a week, typically with actionable items, which in my way of thinking are the only items worth looking at and implementing, is those that are actionable and will lead you to the path and the success that you're looking for. So this certainly fits into that category. So take this to heart, implement it, and to your success.